Thank you. I'm glad to be here. My name is Kai. I co-founded LifePhone with my co-founder Joe 3 years ago in an incubator that Google started in New York for designers. The whole hypothesis that when designers on the founding table, the product we created with empathy could actually solve real-world problems. We didn't come in with an idea of what we want to do, but very soon we realized that the last thing this world needs is not an app. So we start doing our research and looking at how people interact with smartphone, and we kind of freak ourselves out. I mean, if you pay attention, you look at people using smartphone, the face is always blank. There's no emotion. We also learn that we, as a grown-up, we check our phone 200 times a day, and our teenagers spend 10 hours a day on their phone. I mean, we learn that it's not, or I believe it's not the smartphone that's addictive. It's actually everything in your smartphone called application. So as a designer, when you design application, you always want to make sure every step makes sense. Every step is enticing, so people spend as much time as they can in the app, so the company can throw ad at them, or they spend enough time to sign up or subscribe to the service. But the problem is, when every app is doing that, I will argue that your device is no longer neutral. It's created and designed to capture your time and attention. The two most important things we have in our life, but we just too often take for granted. So what is LifePhone? And why do we think it's important? Time Magazine or TechCrunch calls it anti-smartphone, but I always want to use the opportunity to clarify that we're not anti-smartphone. We're just trying to be more human about how we approach technology. I think we all have this nervous habit right now, trying to check our phone every 10 seconds or a couple of minutes. We expect something to happen on our phone, but the reality is usually nothing gonna happen on your phone. But you end up just missing what's right in front of you. And that's happened to all of us. I think we also forget how to be with ourselves, how to engage our own thought alone. We believe that solitude is actually the source of creativity and productivity. Our mind is at the top state when it's undistracted. If we choose to spend our day always looking at our phone, always staring at the screen, that will be how we spend our life. LifePhone is your phone away from phone. It is a credit card-sized mobile device that only make and receive phone calls. You use your existing number so you can comfortably disconnect. Simply turn on LifePhone from your smartphone, leave all the noise and distraction behind, go out, enjoy your day, but you will never miss a call from mom. We want it to be important call forwarded, but distraction don't. If you look at current state of technology, everything that everyone else is building is move us toward more connectedness and fighting for more of our time. We want Lightphone or Light to be the brand that creates single-purpose product that help us live in the moment. When Marty Cooper designed the first mobile phone, I believe that the idea is that the number represents person. And he also said that if you're trying to create a device that do everything for everyone, it will do nothing well. We all have different shoes, different clothes, for different occasions. Your smartphone is great for emails, for text message, for FaceTime your family. But what if all you want is take a walk down the street or be creative, do the thing that you love to do, undistracted, or spend time with your family, really spend time with them, not taking a photo, share, commenting, likes, or just simply sitting on the beach watching sunset. We took the idea to Kickstarter 3 years ago and quickly learned that this problem is universal, way more universal than we think. We received pre-orders from 71 different countries, press, over 2,000 plus different press in different languages talking about Lightphone. We went to Hong Kong to meet suppliers. We saw the stickers everywhere that asking people to look up. It became a safety concern that everyone is staring at the screen. It's pretty amazing to see people around the globe resonate with the idea. I also believe there's a slow movement happening globally that we want to be more conscious about technology, asking why, asking when do I need what, to be more mindful. The last 2 years, we've been spending time with our suppliers, with our manufacturing partners, making sure every single part in Lightphone is customized, built to our standard, because I believe we need object to inspire action. Lightphone, in a way, is created as an inspiration so that more people were willing to take a break from their smartphone, even just half hour a day, even just 1 hour a week. Go out without your smartphone, you will feel the impact. We took the same concept, trying to create a package that makes sense. We want to tell people Lightphone, the value of Lightphone is not in the phone itself. It's the experience of taking a break and living the moment. I think in this crazy world of technology right now with AI and smartphone constant connection, it's more important than ever to appreciate what we already have and to appreciate what makes us human. Thank you.
Come on down here. Thank you so much. All right, so a couple of follow-up questions.
Of course.
So you made a phone again,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Not all the other things, right?
Yeah.
And people have started receiving this. How many light phones are in existence?
Roughly 10,000.
10,000
phones out there.
And what's a couple stories you've heard about from people, just how it's changed their lifestyle?
Yeah, I think a common feedback is that it's difficult to use light phone, meaning not the phone itself, but decide when. Decide, debating with yourself, what do I need for the next hour? You have to convince yourself, okay, next hour or next half hour, I'm good. I don't need to see Facebook posts. I don't need GPS. I don't need camera. I don't need to capture a moment. I want to be in the moment. So that process of convincing yourself to use light phone and leave your smartphone behind is difficult to a lot of people. But in my opinion, that is the magic of light phone, because you make a conscious decision of what technology you want for the next hour or next 20 minutes. And you know, you go out with smartphone, the maximum anxiety gonna hit you because you don't know what to do. Like without smartphone, there's nothing to check. But after 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you go over the wall of formal and you start to pay attention to your surroundings. You start to look at people. You start to look at the cloud, the buildings, like actually be in that moment. And when people come back saying, hey, that's the best 2 hours or best couple, 10 minutes in my whole day or whole week, because I remember what's happening. We're so distracted right now. Our mind's always somewhere else. But in a way, light phone created an environment that you could be bored so they can pay attention.
So what's been a surprise now that people have received it? I know you've gotten all kinds of messages and videos and responses back. What's been one surprise that you've heard?
Parents, actually, because we got a lot of parents buying light phone for kids. So, we design light phone not for kids. We design light phone for a single purpose of encouraging people to take a break as a second phone. So it's not for kids. But we have a lot of parents buying light phone and emailing us saying, hey, I'm buying 10 light phone for all the kids in the neighborhood so they don't need to be exposed to a smartphone too early, which I think is great. I mean, you probably saw the article in Wall Street Journal talking about how tech executives send their kids to no-tech and low-tech school because they know technology is sometimes bad to kids if exposed them to earlier stage.
That's great. Well, they've been around. I've been in existence now for how long?
Light phone? 3 years.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
And you're sold out.
We're sold out at the moment.
Except
we have 20 here.
Except for there's 20 light phones here. So they literally sold out 2 days ago or something. Posted something. I was like,
sorry.
oh, well, we still have some. So we raised the rate on every light phone. Just kidding. This is he provided 20 phones for us here. It's in the store. They cost $150. $150. And this is what it looks like. You might have thought you might think it's a book, but this is actually, there's a phone inside of the book. So I want to make sure to point that out. So there's 20 of them. I have a feeling they'll be gone in the next break. How many of you need a light phone right now? How many of you really related with like using the hammer on the iPhone right now? Right. I love this. I think it's interesting to think about the future and to think about technology advancement, but sometimes you have to like minimize your technology to reconnect with humans.
Yeah, right? A lot of people say it's a step backwards, but in my opinion, it's a step forward to be conscious about what you want.
I love it. Let's thank Kai for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.